This is my 1974 Mustang. Do a little update video here. Haven't been doing too much to it. Just kind of tinkering around. I got the gas tank back out. Coming in here and finishing up welding the inner wheel well in that I never finished. I didn't finish welding in when I put the new quarter panel on. So I got that I'm working on. Back here is just a mess of wires. I got this guy right here. It is a trailer brake. It's a 2-end. Yeah, it's a 3-wire into 2-wire. What that's doing is the Mustang 2 has 3 wires. It has a brake wire and it has a left and right turn signal. And I'm using an SN95 taillight harness, the main rear taillight harness. It goes, the one piece that crosses over, it connects to 2, and actual lens harness. Gonna do the sequential harness. Sequentials. This harness, the taillight piece here, is actually the harness is out of my Cobra. I did the sequentials on it, and I'm just using that as a mock-up. The engine still haven't figured it out yet. Still has a knock, and it's really bad. Rig that up real quick here. Oh yeah, I was doing some work over here, and I went to take the battery off. I was trying to unhook the battery, and I ended up snapping the positive post. Still didn't work. There we go. Alright. No. They may not be hooked up. This wiring's all, I have it all off. But pretty much it's just like the stock SN95 right now. You got your 2 brake lights here, and then you just got your full running lights, and then the 2 outsides are turn signals. Once I get this fully finalized and get it wired in and know it's going to work 100%, and then I'll go ahead and order the sequential harness, which is just from this plug, and then it's just the 4 bulb sockets. Reverse light, I have not figured out yet what I'm doing there. These harness, or these taillights, I have the full sequential all red taillight backs. This middle one here is a full piece, so I really can't do the cutout for the reverse light. I got tons of taillights, so I could do that, but I don't think I'm going to. Car's coming along slowly. I got these SN95 side skirts. I did make a small video on that and said about that they don't fit the pinch weld. They actually do fit pretty close. I mean, you can suck them in, but then what happens is it leaves a gap here. It pulls out under. So I'll have to figure out some type of shim. Maybe just get a piece of metal and tack weld it in, just to give that enough, because it just pulls that whole, it just pulls the whole thing under, which really isn't a big deal. but I would like that to fit smooth. This one up here, I got work to do on it. It's still got lots of gap. Kind of debating now on using the 94 only front piece, which is just goes straight and then it folds in just like the back. It's just completely straight. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I'm going to go with a front bumper that they're currently making and in the process of making, which will be available in Classic Auto Reproductions when it is finalized. And it uses the King Cobra side style, what do you want to call it, body parts there. Then it'll come up the fender a little bit there, so it'll kind of flow more if I keep that style. Just got to mold it a little bit more, give it a little bit more work. Still got some body work on the quarter panels. They are still, certain ways you look at it, you can still see there's waves in it. I never did finish. I didn't finish it. I kind of stopped on it there a couple years ago, 2 years ago or so. I went to take it to Carlisle and just prime it over everything, and just left it at that. I haven't really worked on it. I'm more worried about this this motor. It's just causing me issues, but I'll hopefully have the solution in this box. New valve guides and new valves. So the head's gonna come back off. I still have a tiny bit of wear. I did pull it apart, took the valve cover off and looked at it. Since I put different springs in it to lower the pressure, so there wasn't so much pressure, spring pressure. There is a tiny bit of wear on the followers, but nothing compared to what I've had in the past. So I'm not sure if I need a little bit less spring pressure. I'm in the margins of what is recommended, but I was given for a recommendation. So, and I haven't taken the cam out to look at the cam bearings because I was having problems with it truing up cam bearings, which could be too much spring pressure, or possibly the valves from the valve sticking. And the reason why I'm thinking it's the valves now is I had it running, pulled it out the other day, pulled it back in, left it sit, had the shop quiet, it wasn't really playing any music or nothing, and you could hear it sound like a popping, almost sound like a valve freeing up and returning. It's the only thing I haven't touched. Valves and valve guides, that sort. Everything else was replaced. I've had 3 or 4 sets of lifters, multiple sets of followers. I tried different springs. I'll box it back here. Don't mind the mess. That's what happens. You got multiple projects. Here's my box of shame from rebuilding the motor. I don't even know how many times. You can see. Just look at that follower. It's just chewed up. Cam bearings wearing really bad on this top side, which could have been the spring pressure. I'm thinking about taking the head and having it checked at the machine shop. That way I know that's straight. But it's going to be about for this update. Hoping to have this car running and driving for the springtime for next year's car shows. Don't know if it's going to happen. The car is literally insured and registered, so it's got a license plate. It's insured. The only thing it just needs inspected for PA, which that really doesn't mean anything to me. But everything's on the car is brand new suspension wise, so there's no reason why they can't just slap a sticker on it. But with the motor acting up and having so much money into it at this point, I'm not going to risk breaking something, making more damage, more money that I got to put into it. And the interior, I really haven't touched it. The seats are messed up. I'm not too worried about it. It's going to be a daily driver. I may eventually recover the front seats. But that's going to be it. Kind of long, but thanks for watching.